The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League is proudly brought to you by Hockey New Zealand in association with Sentinel Homes, Vantage Windows and Doors, Computer Concepts Limited, Sky Sport, your home for hockey, and Sport New Zealand. The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, live.
Yes, hello and welcome to Hamilton for coverage of the 2020 Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League. This is the last match of the men's round robin between the Northern Tridents, the team from Northland, North Harbour and a bit of Auckland, against the Hauraki Mavericks, which is a bit more of Auckland, Bay of Plenty and Waikato. And this is a situation where the Northern Tridents find themselves not much to play for. They're sitting in fourth place and can't get into the gold medal match. So they're playing for pride and the desire to win a game of hockey. Mavericks, though, have an outside chance, the slimmest of chances of making the grand final. They've just got the small matter of winning by a 10-goal margin. We've figured it out, a 10-goal margin to get into the final and go ahead of the Alpiners on goal difference to reach the final against the Falcons tomorrow. Yes, thanks for joining us again, Glenn Lama, Lincoln Churchill. Let's have a look at the Northern Tridents lineup for you. And Ruan Bezadenot, number 2, the second of the two backup goalkeepers to Richard Joyce, not playing in this clash. Sam Houston's missed out, number 8 today. So is Benji Edwards, who is injured. The team is going to be captained by George Muir. 7 Vantage Black Cis players in the Northern Tridents lineup for this clash. The others are Joyce, Xavier Guy, Corey Bennett, Steve Edwards, Kim Kingston and Kieran O'Connor. Here is the Mavericks lineup. Missing out today, number 3, Jared Punchy again. He's injured. Malcolm Curley's missed out today. Number 9, the young attacking midfielder Campbell McLean, who's played very well. Number 19 in the defensive end. He's not playing today. But some players coming back into strength from this team. They've got to really go all-out attack today in this contest. And it's going to be interesting to see how the Mavericks go here, Lincoln, because they played much better in their win over the Falcons yesterday.
Yeah, they were much improved yesterday. Really good performance against the Falcons on Thursday night.
Here is the updated points table for you. The Alpiners just having a 3-2 win a moment ago over the Falcons. So the Falcons have actually dropped their last 2 games, and the Alpiners have won 3 straight in the second round. So the key column, though, is the second to last one on the right. 4 points for a win. So if the Mavericks can get the win, it'll come down to goal difference to see who qualifies for the second spot in the final. As you can see, there's a 9-goal differential between the two teams at the moment, which means the Mavericks need to win by the small margin of 10 goals in this contest to overhaul the Alpiners. Not going to be a simple task, that one.
Not impossible, but pretty close to it. I mean, it would be more possible if the Tridents were absolutely useless, but unfortunately for the Mavericks, that's not the case.
That's right.
Are a pretty good hockey side, as you mentioned. Seven guys who are or have played for the Black Sticks.
And some good players. George Muir, Corey Bennett, Steve Edwards. These guys are not, one-time Black Sticks players who, George Muir, 141 games. Corey Bennett, 110. And Steve Edwards, 220 games.
Yeah, 220 no certainly more than once.
So, and in patches of their games, the Tridents have actually been quite good. So, without winning a game. Last time these two teams met was back on the first day of this men's competition. The Mavericks won that game by 2-0, with Jacob Suchun getting the first and Simon Child the second of the 2 goals in that contest. So this is the last match. Finals day coming up tomorrow. 3rd and 4th place playoff match at midday. And the grand final coming up at 2 o'clock. The umpires for today's game, Simon Taylor on the left of screen there and Tim Bond. Simon Taylor, of course, one of our officials off to Tokyo. Hugely experienced umpire, he's been everywhere, hasn't he, to umpire hockey. A well-travelled umpire.
Certainly
Here is the
well-travelled whistleblower.
Absolutely. Northern Tridents, Richard Joyce and Angus Griffin, the two keepers. Richmond Lum from North Harbour. Most of these players part of the NHL Championship winning team from last year. Charles Ulrich, Nitesh Suka and Robbie Capizzi. Here's number 6, Xavier Guy, New Zealand Under-21s Player of the Year. Mitch Haid, solid central defender. George Muir captaining the team today. It's Isaac Holbrook, a 19-year-old New Zealand Under-18 squad player from last year. Liam Mortimer, playing out of Wellington at the moment. Sanjay Lala and Corey Bennett, both North Harbour boys, of course. Steve Edwards, likewise. Connor Greentree, impressed with that youngster. He's been going well, and Kim Kingston's been toiling away, wearing 19. Kieran O'Connor at times has been very effective, and Matt Simons completes the lineup. Their coach, Bryce Collins, the Black Sticks men's assistant coach. Former New Zealand rep.
Certainly one of the keys to the Tridents' improvement in the second round has been the youngsters starting to step up to the plate a bit more.
They touched on 7 Black Sticks in the Trident squad, 9 in the Mavericks, including goalkeeper Leon Hayward. Taylor Craigie, the New Zealand Under-21s keeper from last year, is the other goalkeeper. Aidan Sarakaya, 46 games, debuted for the Vantage Black Sticks in 2017. Jacob Suchun from Waikato here, he's 19 years of age. Max Wyndham-Smith playing again today, wearing number 6. Matt Rees-Gibbs, a 10-time capped New Zealand player, is wearing 7. Tim Neild, defensive midfielder from Taranaki originally, he's wearing 8. Marcus Child and Aaron Panchia, 2 hugely experienced players. Cam Haid, striker, number 12 today. Garrick Dutoy, John T. Keeney. Looking forward to seeing him back in action today. Skipper today, Nick Woods, who's been one of the best players of the championship. Xander Fraser, he's got some slick tricks, hasn't he? Simon Child and Shea Iswar, strikers. Daniel Panchia and Oliver McIntyre complete the lineup. The coach is Dean Cousins, and we'll be back for the start of the match right after this.
A new home is one of life's great adventures. Sentinel will help you enjoy the journey. Sentinel Homes. Design, build, enjoy.
Here we go. It's the last game of the Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League in the round robin between the Hauraki Mavericks in the orange and the Northern Tridents team in the blue. And the Mavericks Simple equation for them, but it's not an easy equation. They've got to win by 10 goals to win through to the final. Massive job ahead of them.
Yeah, they will literally have to take every chance they get to win by that margin.
And then hope the Tridents don't score as well.
That's right. They'll need fairy dust on their sticks.
And that's after the earlier game today, which saw the Southern Alpiners beat the Central Falcons by 3-2 in a really good game. And the Alpiners having 3 wins out of 3 in the second round of this competition. Good pass from Panchia right to Marcus Child's stick. It was right on the money. And now Fraser. Good to see him starting. Here comes the play into the circle here. Penalty corner straight off the bat. Shea Iswa has done a great job there.
Yeah, really good build-up from the Mavericks. Really good control of the ball around the back. Good lead by Marcus Child and Xander Fraser overlapping, and then Iswa, a little bit calamitous defending there by the Tridents. It sort of was tackled off Shea Iswa's stick, but up in the air onto the arm of Corey Bennett. So Nick Woods, he's been the flicker of the league so far.
Yeah, how good has he been? And he's lurking again. 2 yesterday. On Thursday it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2 on Thursday and a penalty stroke off the other flick he took, so it's effectively 3 goals.
So Marcus Child's going to take it, and here comes Woods. Saved by Richard Joyce. Still there for the Mavericks as Child has a crack. Another penalty corner. They did well there, the Mavericks, not to panic or stay composed and try and create another opportunity inside the circle.
They did do well not to panic, and meanwhile the Tridents were doing every bit of panicking they possibly could. It's a sort of an attempted swing at the ball at the top of the circle there from George Muir.
So here they go again, second penalty corner. Here comes Woods again off Punchia's trap. And this one's gone wide. He didn't get the connection, or was he actually going for it, or was he going for the deflection? Here's Lum, anyway, off the quick attack. Chance for the Tridents at the other end. And there's O'Connor open in the middle. Couldn't get it to him, Liam Mortimer.
Good tackle by Aaron Punchia there.
And now Fraser coming forward for the Mavericks.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Woods he lost his footing a little bit there as he went to flick the ball.
Yeah, he had no power, didn't he? And couldn't get that real snap on it. It's Punchia to Woods.
Yeah, certainly something the Mavericks have started to do better in this second round of games is just control the ball and better shape. Midfield have come into the game a lot more for them. They certainly were a little bit absent some of those early fixtures.
Sarakaya looking to get the ball back from Simon Child, which he's done. Sarakaya's had it dispossessed though. I think Ehrlich made a good tackle. And the Tridents will get the ball again.
The Tridents the only team in the competition to yet to taste a victory. Only had come up with a 1 draw. They did win the shootout, but still haven't managed to come out with
a win.
Maximum points in any games.
Suchun trapping it, controlling it, trying to anyway, and that's come up high there. And Simon Taylor's going to give it to the Tridents. Sarakaya. Woods tries to get it to Fraser, and he's done so. Now Fraser will play it in. A nice little touch there from Corey Bennett.
Yeah, just June unable to control that into a position to be able to pull the trigger.
Capizzi, good pass to O'Connor. O'Connor being marked by Punchia, who's got a little stick to it and just stopped the momentum for a fraction. And then O'Connor just gives it back to Marcus Child. Couldn't have delivered it better.
Yeah, well defended, Aaron Punchia. Just doing everything right there to make it difficult for O'Connor.
O'Connor coming back, though, and winning the ball. He did a good job there. Simons takes it quickly. Simon Taylor wants it back on the correct spot.
far away from where the infringement was. Although, it looked like they took it from the same spot that they tried to take it from.
And that has gone under the stick there of Corey Bennett. You won't see him make mistakes like that very often. Fraser. Now Fraser's given it up. Well, a couple of soft turnovers from both teams as Mortimer comes forward. Oh, he's got through Woods. Mortimer doing really well there until he just pushed it too far ahead of himself.
You don't see Nick Woods beaten like that normally.
Liam Mortimer, nice play from him, the 20-year-old from Northland who's playing out of Wellington at the moment. Now Simon Child, fantastic game from him yesterday, or on Thursday rather, and their win over the Falcons. Easily the best of his Premier Hockey League to date. Now to Toy, hassled by Capizzi, good work.
He's been a strong
Capizzi taking it quickly.
In his Tridents lineup, Robbie Capizzi. Scored that fantastic goal earlier in the league.
Good pass into Simons. Here's Simons in front of goal. Clean miss there by Capizzi. You just talked him up.
Well, actually, it actually wasn't. It was a fantastic touch by Ollie McIntyre here. You watch that. He just reached in and got his stick in front. It was a really good touch.
Wow, that saved a certain shot on goal, didn't it?
Yeah, and I think Capizzi would have scored that. There was no keeper there.
Taylor Craigie is the keeper at the moment for the Mavericks. He's one of the New Zealand under-21 keepers from 2019 as Panchia comes forward. Dutoy. Woods. Downfield to McIntyre. Well, the pass couldn't go to Wyndham Smith from Rhys Gibbs, but still Mavericks ball as Sarakai crashes it in. It's crashed straight into Kingston for the Tridents. Now Simons. Had some serious height on that one.
Did have a lot of height. I thought it was going straight out, but
as Mortimer controls it right in the corner for the Tridents. And now the Tridents will settle it down. About halfway through this first quarter. Best chances of the game so far for the Mavericks. 2 penalty corners. Lost that chance for the Tridents. Yeah, Taylor.
The foot of Mitchell Hayde.
Umpire Taylor
staring his brother in the face, actually. It was Cam Hayde running at Mitch Hayde there.
He got the call from Tim Bond and Simon Taylor.
It's interesting because Tim Bond was about
50 metres away.
Yeah, well, I was going to say a couple of 100 metres further away than Simon Taylor was, but it could have been that the muscular frame of Cam Hayde was blocking Simon Taylor's view.
Here comes Kingston running with the ball. Now Capizzi, that's Greentree with a great little return ball in the circle. Is a chance. It's still there, penalty corner. Excellent drive forward from the Tridents, Greentree. And Lum doing a great job.
Nice little bit of play from the Tridents. There's a couple of times now they've a couple of quite threatening looking raids on the Mavericks circle. Kim Kingston, good little bit of give and go hockey there.
Yeah, deserved penalty corner for the Tridents.
I mean, Richmond Lum linking up with...
yeah.
It's hard to tell some of these Tridents players apart.
Well, they're all wearing the same uniform.
Yeah. Well, little stocky little guys.
Sorry, mate, you walked into that one.
Yeah.
Here comes Corey Bennett. And it's gone in. Corey Bennett with the first goal of the game. Took a deflection off a defender on the way, but it's in. So the Tridents lead 1-0.
Yep, Corey Bennett opens his account. That'll feel good. And he got a wee bit behind this, did Corey Bennett. I think it might have. Was it the stick of Taylor Craigie or was it the stick of the man on the line? Mavericks operating with a double post there, so they kept, usually teams keep just the one player back on one side of the goal. That time they had 2 players back, so trying to block both sides of the goal, but not able to repel that flick from Corey Bennett. Good steal.
Wasn't it from Mortimer? Now Lum busy as ever. Here's Lum into the circle. Great little run again from Richmond. Lum keepers out, trying to stop it, and there is a free hit for the Mavericks, who want to take it quickly.
You have to say, really, on the balance of things so far, certainly the Tridents that have looked a lot more threatening and dangerous.
Yeah, they've looked lively, haven't they? Of course, that 10-goal winning margin is still there for the Mavericks, but they just now have to score 11 goals rather than 10.
Yeah,
that's off into the distance. As it's played forward now to Keeney. Now Rhys Gibbs crashes it in. There's a deflection. It's going to be a long corner.
Yeah, they're going to have to start finding a bit more quality. The Mavericks, they probably wouldn't beat anybody by 11 goals at the moment.
Rhys Gibbs tries to measure the pass to Hay, but they can't catch up with that one. Bennett, the goal scorer. Now Bennett goes aerial. Suka is the target over there. He's got it. Plays it to Lum again. Lum with a couple of defenders to beat. He's done well to earn the free hit. Suka. Into the circle it goes. Play on's the call, and now Suchun.
Yeah, always looking busy, Jacob Suchun, as he charges down the field.
Yeah, he's fast. Got some gas. And the Tridents have defended it well. That's Greentree back there. Yeah, he followed him all the way back. Simon's helping out.
Very busy player, Suchun. Got a bit of speed. Here flopping around. He's also got the tags of his shin pads sticking out over the sock. He strikes me as the kind of guy who would have a very, very untidy bedroom. I've not been, just to clarify,
in his bedroom.
Jacob Suchun's bedroom, but I just suspect it'd be one of those rooms where you just would never see the floor, just be covered in stuff the whole time.
Oh, things not falling for the Mavericks there, with Woods and Marcus Child getting tangled up. Oh, great little pass back to Greentree. Just stick a little bit. Here's a chance for O'Connor. No call. Play on's the call. Simon Taylor was right there, as he always is. And there's a fantastic pass. Oh, unable to be controlled there by Max Wyndham-Smith.
Trying to be very happy with the start to this match. They've looked pretty good.
Yeah, they absorbed those 2 penalty corners nicely, and then gone from strength to strength after scoring the first goal from Corey Bennett from that PC. Bennett over to Suka. Bennett wrong foot's Haid. Suka again. Chance for him to run down that left flank. Hounded by 2 defenders, maybe 3. And it's come off the stick there of Fraser. Well, that's a pass right to Iswar, but Trident's a little fortunate to regain possession there. Lala.
Yeah, Iswar probably should have intercepted that.
Totally.
He put a stick, went for the flat stick reverse trap, which didn't work out for him. Better to keep his stick just in a more upright position.
Edwards the target there, but he's been dispossessed, but he still wins a free hit. A couple of minutes to go. The goal scored by Corey Bennett from a penalty corner for the Tridents. If you just joined us, the equation for the Mavericks to make the final is they've got to win by a 10-goal margin. That would oust the Alpiners from the final against the Falcons, who are assured of a spot. despite losing to the Alpiners in the earlier game today, 3-2. Woods. Dutoy. Sarakaya. He and Simon Child back on the field now. Zizwa has it in the corner. And they tried to find Wyndham Smith.
Yeah, struggling to find that final pass at the moment, the Mavericks.
Also can't get Woods into the game, can they? Who's been the influential player in their lineup. Lincoln has had a quiet first quarter.
He has done. I mean, I mentioned it the other day. It's when they're a bit more patient. I mean, he plays further back, so he's not going to just charge up there. So they need to kind of maintain possession a bit higher up the pitch to allow him the chance to sort of drift forward and get himself into dangerous areas. When they sort of they charge down the field too quickly, there's just no real opportunity for him to get up there.
Inside the last minute of this first quarter, Simons. Oh boy, that's a poor pass. Easily intercepted by Rhys Gibbs. Simon Child with him. Oh, tackle there from Suka. Good work from him. Now Woods gets a difficult ball. Tries to keep it alive. He's done brilliantly. Forced the free hit. No, it's been lifted into Ulrich. So now Greentree can clear. Disappointing for the Mavericks there. They had a good opportunity to break out.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity.
Boy.
Unfortunately for Rhys Gibbs, he just found himself the furthermost forward player. Needed. It's one thing the Falcons have seemed to always have, or they've got some very fast guys who just get up ahead of the ball, which just, in that situation, no one was really able to do that for Matt Rhys Gibbs, so he got a little bit stuck.
First quarter is done, and it is 1-0 to the Tridents. Goal coming from a penalty corner from Corey Bennett. Took a deflection on the way, but Bennett's done that plenty of times in his career.
Yeah, definitely came off a stick here of somebody, but it was whether it was Taylor Craigie or I think it might have beaten Craigie, and Nick Wood might have just clipped Nick Woods' stick on the goal line, but pretty hard for Nick Woods to not even he pull off a stop there. Pretty powerful flick from Bennett. That'll be it's good news for the Tridents. They've struggled to do much with penalty corners during this tournament. So, and here they've had one corner to the Mavericks too, but they're the ones that scored one. So reasonably even on the stats. But certainly the quality, I think, of the Trident circle entries have been a little bit better than the Mavericks. Barring those couple of early plays with the Mavericks earned some corners, they haven't even looked remotely like scoring a goal. The Tridents have had a number of pretty close opportunities. There was the one where Ollie McIntyre just took it off the stick of Robbie Capizzi when he looked certain to score.
Bryce Collins really being clear with his instructions. Very composed man. Then Cousins, I just had a quick look down there. He was very, very keen to get some points across.
Yeah, I'd say Cousins would be a little bit unhappy with the quality of what he's seeing out here. Yeah, I mean, Bryce Collins is a very composed individual. I don't think I've ever seen him angry at anything.
No. Second quarter underway. Good to see a bit of sun trying to peek through as well. There's some rain showers forecast this afternoon, but looking pretty good at the moment as George Muir has it. And Edwards back to Guy. Marcus Child concedes the free hit, and away goes Edwards again. Here's Lum in a bit of space. And it's gone against Richmond Lum. And taken quickly by Sarakaya. Out to Shazwa.
Yeah, again, it's Ollie McIntyre there with a...
He's going well, isn't he?
key tackle there. Good
Simon
ball from
Child.
Steve Edwards to find Richmond Lum in the circle there.
Hauraki right on the edge of the circle with a free hit given just outside, according to the umpire. Taken quickly by Hauraki. Now Simons has it for the Tridents. Punchia over there for Mavericks. Now Woods. Daniel Punchia. Bit of pressure on Woods here from Mortimer. Fraser. This is what?
Yeah, nice little passage of hockey there from both teams. It's pretty good press from the Tridents, making it really tough for the Mavericks to find a way to breach the defence, but the Mavericks did well, kept adjusting the shape, providing options, making sure they didn't turn the ball over. There's an easy circle entry coming up here for Daniel Punchia.
He bangs it in, looking, but it's lifted. That was looking good for the Mavericks there.
Yeah, a little bit disorganised, the Tridents. Daniel Punchia shouldn't have had that much of a free run to the edge of the circle. He almost could have got in there and
had a crack himself.
Yeah, had a shot rather than looking for a cross. Yeah.
Well, the Mavericks just pressing a little higher now, and now Haid. Good tackle coming in there from Ulrich. Cam Haid takes it quickly and looks for the cross, but again it's Ulrich who's there to stop momentum.
Yeah, this is where the Mavericks have just got to just be a little more creative. You feel like times just got themselves a little bit stuck and reverted to just trying to bash it into the circle.
Daniel Punchia to Woods.
Certainly got more quality than that. Sort of.
Oh, just about beat everyone. And now Lala controls it nicely, and the pass was good too to Simons. And that's a clean steal. No, it's not from the Mavericks.
Just gone over the sideline there.
That's a bit unlucky. Gives the opportunity for the Tridents to again put a bit of control on, but Guy goes ambitious, and Lum has controlled it superbly. Lum into the circle. Yeah, the Mavericks got back in good numbers there at Lincoln.
Yeah, defended that well. I mean, Aaron Punchia knew exactly where Richmond Lum was going to try and put that ball, and he was waiting for it. It was a very good pickup from Richmond.
Oh, still there. Oh, jeepers. Close call. All of a sudden, both Joyce and Simon Child saw it was still there. They just stopped for a moment there, didn't they?
It did, yeah. Interesting to see what happened here. Like, it just come in and just hit the post, which, yeah, that's...
Well, it took a deflection onto the post, didn't it? Sure, it took a deflection back off a Tridents player.
Yeah, the posts are not very big on a hockey pitch, and it does not often hit them like that, especially from those sort of long-range passes. So Richard Joyce obviously just leaving the ball because it was hit from outside the circle, and then suddenly found it nearly on a plate for Simon Child.
Well, that was a very important little stick there from Punchia with Isaac Holbrook burning through, and there's Holbrook there looking for a quick reverse stick shot, but he's given up the free hit, and Tim Neal is coming away with it. And now Suchun over that side. Reece Gibbs. This is looking better from the Mavericks. And there's a deflection away for a long corner.
Good touch from Simons there. To dive to get it.
Hauraki to take this. Woods to Punchia. Mavericks look to keep it alive, and they've done brilliantly there. Wyndham Smith close to the goal. Joyce fires it to Tutoy, and Suchun was the target of that, but couldn't get the stick down to deflect it home.
Good little bit of play from the Mavericks. They sort of looked like they were running out of space to towards pass, just not almost found the stick of Jacob's Atune with a messy bedroom, but
it's been a good period of play by the Mavericks here. They just haven't scored. That's the only critical thing that hasn't happened for them. But they're looking much better.
Yeah, Cousins will be a bit more encouraged by what they've shown in this quarter.
Now Simon Child on that side. Haven't really seen him explode into the game just yet. There goes Child across into the circle there, and again it was Wyndham Smith who couldn't get the touch on it.
A tough one for Wyndham Smith to catch up with. Skipping in from that far side.
Toy. Goes forward straight away. Reese gives him plenty of space. Nice touch, almost from Neild. Well, but messy by the Tridents. In fact, they will finally get that free hit. We're almost expecting to get one now.
Yep. Oh, well, if there's something that I've learnt in life, is never expect anything.
No.
I mean, umpires at this level pretty good, so normally can rely on them.
Woods. Punchier.
Certainly not the case when you go down the grades a little bit.
No. Daniel Punchier out there. Aaron Punchier having a breather. Reese gives great pass from Woods to him. To Tune. Good little timely stick from Sanjay Lala. More possession here for the Mavericks. The Tridents happy to give up free hits. McIntyre got tangled up there with Holbrook. Kingston.
Yeah, we're still, I think, waiting on our first, correct me if I'm wrong here, Glenn, but I think we're still waiting on our first yellow card in this league. I don't think we've seen one.
Yeah,
and we haven't seen that many green cards either. It's been very, you know, the naughty chairs down here have almost been a waste of, wasted furniture.
It's good play from
Something
Mortimer.
Could have saved a bit on the budget with. Which, as much as that is about the players maintaining discipline, it also does say a lot about the umpiring. Good umpires can avoid or help avoid the game degenerating into a card fest just by the way they control situations leading up to it. And so I think we've, over this league, seen a pretty good job done by the men, and I don't know what colour you'd call that. It's sort of a kind of a really heinous lime green, the type of colour that you'd see on a bridesmaid's dress. You know how they often do that. The brides pick really horrible colour dresses for their bridesmaids to wear to make themselves look a bit better. I'm sure that's the reason it works. I mean,
yes.
Whoever wears a bridesmaid's dress again, normally they'd just...
So Connor.
Looks like where that fabric's come from. But anyway, we'll get back to the game here.
And a free hit has been awarded to the Mavericks. Nicely stolen by Edwards, but he's given up the free hit. Yeah, hard luck for Steve Edwards. Dutoy. Marcus Child. And Xavier Guy. Oh, he's just conceded a long corner there.
Yeah, awkward position there because the Mavericks didn't come at him, so he wasn't able to put it on a foot or anything. He just sort of had to try and find some way of getting it out.
Cross comes in. Haid on it. Good tackle from Edwards. That was a beauty.
It was well timed. I mean, a little bit of stick noise there, but
it's good work from Simon Child.
Tim Bond deeming that it was clean enough from Edwards, or got the ball first. So look, maybe had a card. Do we have a card there? Do we? No, it was
just a sub.
Just a loud whistle and a sub.
Yeah, you're right. We've only had one yellow card. And that was in the women's tournament. And it was early on too, and that's all we've had. Here comes Simons. So 4 minutes to go. Just that goal to Corey Bennett, separating the two teams at the moment. Here is Bennett in possession. This is Xavier Guy. He's dispossessed cleanly there by Iswar, but Guy's won it back. No, he hasn't. So that little one-on-one duel goes to Iswar. Marcus Child back to Nick Woods. Punch here, Daniel Punch here. Greentree doing an excellent job. He's dispossessed him. Great on the ball here, Greentree. Got Capizzi and O'Connor ahead of him. Then he tries to find Edwards. Can't link up with him, and Marcus Child has it.
Yeah, great little intercept there from the Taranaki dairy farmer there. Tim Neild did a good job.
Iswar. Now Marcus Child again, and it gives the opportunity for Woods to control things at the back again. Likewise for Aaron Punchia. Prowls forward on that right. Delivers another great ball as he normally does. Cross the face of the goal, kicked away by Joyce. Simons. Here's Fraser. Into the circle. He goes, he could have had a crack there. Decided to try and go for a pass.
It was a pretty good opportunity. I mean, it was a great position Tim Neild found himself in, and there were two, it was both Shayaswa and Jonty Keeney lined up in the middle of the circle, but just needed one of those two guys to make a slightly different movement to give Tim Neild a pass. They both sort of stood behind each other, which meant he had nothing really to pass at. In the end, it was all a bit easy for Richard Joyce just to get in the way of it.
Woods gives it down to Dutoy. There goes the pass in front of goal. Hay couldn't have a crack, and it's being defended brilliantly again. Lum. Capizzi. Daniel Punch here in front of him. Robbie Capizzi trying to play for the penalty corner. He's earned one. Must have just shaved the foot there of Daniel Punch here. He was in a very awkward position there.
Yeah, Mavericks caught out. They'd pushed high and they just didn't have any numbers. So the turnover came. And then it was a case of fast man against not as fast man. Robbie Capizzi able to make it pretty tough for Daniel Punchy to catch up with him and then pull the ball onto his foot. So Corey Bennett will be buoyed by his last attempt.
He will, which was successful. So cut and paste, let's see, it is. Yes, Bennett, and it is. This one was a bit cleaner, but Bennett's so accurate on those penalty corners. He doubles the lead, and what's been a very quiet second quarter for the Tridents has suddenly become very pleasant indeed, and he's beaten Taylor Craigie all ends up there.
He has done. Craigie will be a little bit disappointed with that because, you know, as we've talked about before, the Mavericks doing what you'd expect them to do, which is they're trying to the run of three skibs there, blocking one side of the goal. So they've said to Corey Bennett, you can flick it. You can flick it to your left. Craigie set up there. And there was almost there was very little room for the ball to beat Taylor Craigie, but it still managed to. So
great time to score two for the Tridents just before half-time. We're inside that last minute. Simon Child working away over there. Still trying to create something for his team.
Umpires disagreeing there initially on whose free hit it was, and then...
And all that's done is take up 15 seconds on the clock for the Mavericks as we close in on half-time in this contest. And this is all working out rather nicely for the Tridents down this corner. As Hay tried to get rid of it. But time's the enemy, and in fact, there is the end of the first half. Tridents in that one pretty well with two very good first half goals, both from penalty corners and both scored by Corey Bennett. It is 2-0.
A new home is one of life's great adventures. Sentinel will help you enjoy the journey. Sentinel Homes. Design, build, enjoy.
Introducing the new Ford Escape ST Line X. Packed with the latest features so you can get moving, do more, and go further. Now available with the Ford Assured Future Value Finance offer. Simply pick your payment plan and at the end of the term, choose if you want to keep your Ford Escape, return your Ford Escape, or upgrade to a new Ford. Easy. Ford. Bring on tomorrow.
So, Egypt, exciting.
It's been my lifelong dream to see the sunrise over the pyramids. Oh, it's silly, really.
Not at all. The room, it must be 502.
More than ever, we need our parents to be more supportive
so we can go out there and have some fun.
We're on a mission to find some of our most famous sport parents.
To give our parents some helpful advice.
So do you think he'll be able to help us out?
Absolutely. When I played sport, it was all about having fun.
Talk about the effort they win and not about the fact that they won the game.
Try and encourage our kids to get involved in as many sports as possible.
We want to build kind, strong, resilient athletes.
They see and watch your behaviour all the time. They see everything.
You know, don't pressurise them and trying to make them improve too quickly.
Kids coming in with a lot of overtraining injuries.
They're not supposed to know how to have the winning mindset at the age of 12.
If they come off that field or come off that court with a smile on their face, then I'm a happy man.
We came up with 10 golden rules
for being an awesome sport parent.
To check them out, go to besportive.kiwi.
Well, welcome back to Hamilton, where the score is 2-0 to the Northern Tridents. Steam on shot here. 2 goals to number 15, Corey Bennett, both from penalty corners. So both the penalty corners being converted by the Tridents. But other than that, they're actually not really creating that much. More opportunities coming from the other side of the pitch from the Mavericks, but they have not been able to convert any of their chances to date. So that's where it is. The Tridents in a good spot as they try and secure their first win of the Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League. It won't make any difference in terms of the table, with the Tridents guaranteed to play in the 3rd and 4th place playoff match at midday tomorrow. But if this score or the result was to stay the same right the way through to the end of this contest, they'll replay the Mavericks again for 3rd and 4th tomorrow, and then the grand final will be between the Alpiners and the Falcons, with the Alpiners winning that clash earlier today between the two teams by 3-2. Right, let's go downstairs, have a chat to Lincoln Churchill again, who has some halftime reaction all set for us.
Well, Dean Cousins, head coach of the Mavericks. Not the first half you were looking for there?
No, disappointing. I think we thought after the Falcons game that we'd done some good things just around in terms of our outlet. We're not at our level, and that's been the most disappointing element of that. It's that lessons learned a few times over, so that's certainly the frustration for us. But having said that, good learning opportunity and good opportunity for us to dig ourselves out of it.
Yeah, so obviously barring a minor miracle here, it's going to be a bit of a dress rehearsal for tomorrow's game. So the second half, there's some things you can learn in here.
Yeah, to be honest, like, no disrespect to the Tridents, but for us it's about us and our performance, and that's where we're focusing. We're not there at the level we'd like to be today, so it's about just how can we lift ourselves.
Yeah, well, all the best in the rain in the second half.
Here we are, Dean Cousins, the coach of the Tridents. Dean Cousins, of course, a very fine player in his day. Retired after the 2014 Commonwealth Games after playing 318 games for his country. Yeah, that wind really getting up ahead of the second half. Looks like we might have a shower of rain sweeping across the pitch. Lovely conditions as we go back downstairs and rejoin Lincoln Churchill.
Here with Bryce Collins, head coach of the Tridents. Bryce, the first half lead.
Yeah, very good. And I thought there was a lot to like, energy in our press, and for large parts we controlled it with the ball. Had to weather a little bit of a storm in the later part of the second period, but I thought we handled that pretty well. Got to make sure we get our share of the ball in the second half.
Yeah, and Corey Bennett, nice to get on the other side of some penalty corner stats.
Yeah, good to win a couple and nicely executed, and yeah, well done to Corey. Really pleasing.
All the best on closing this one out.
Thank you.
Bryce Collins there. Almost all set for a second half as we look at those stats once again for you. Circle entries looking good there for the Hauraki Mavericks. I just need to convert those into really meaningful chances to get back into this contest, which currently has the Northern Tridents leading by 2-0. Very good effort from Corey Bennett to convert both of those penalty corner opportunities. As that rain really sweeps in now. Don't think it'll last too long, which is good. Luckily, we're all prepared. Up here in the commentary box, Lincoln's just got his long coat on.
He wishes he had his long coat on.
Lama's all set.
I've lived in Hamilton long enough. I mean, only a year and a half, but I've lived here long enough to know that you can never trust the weather. So very foolish on my part not to pack a jacket today.
Yes. Well,
as striking as this salmon-coloured sweater is,
yes, it's
I regret that I've.
And it's straight off Jacob Soon-Choon's floor, apparently.
Yeah, that's actually. If I had have gone via Soon-Choon's bedroom, I'm sure I would have been able to find a few jackets.
Exactly. Well, the good news is the rain's almost gone now. We're looking out to a bit of blue sky, and we won't be bothered by this rain for too much longer. So here we go with the second half. Tridents looking good with their executions from penalty corners. But as I touched on, Lincoln, interesting to see the stats. They actually favour the Mavericks, who have had more circle entries.
Yeah, they've had more circle entries, but the quality of those circle entries is the key difference.
That's right.
Haven't really had that many threatening ones, and the few the Mavericks have, the few the Tridents have been a bit more dangerous.
Hey,
yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, you heard Dean Cousins at half-time there talking about that really for them it's about getting back to their level, and that they haven't been at that level in the first half of this match.
Marcus Child gets a sticker out. Yeah, they just haven't managed to get the dominant figures of yesterday's win over the Falcons into the game, have they? And we're talking primarily Nick Woods and Simon Child.
Yep, it's certainly just haven't really been able to get two hands on this match at all in terms of controlling the ball, controlling the tempo of things. They've been rushed and pressured and turned it over quite a lot.
Edwards trying to win the ball there for the Tridents. Same with McIntyre, who concedes the free hit.
I mean, you did hear Bryce mention it in his halftime chat that he felt like the energy was good and the press was good from the Tridents. So it is also a bit of a factor of the Tridents making it hard for the Mavericks. It's not just the fact that the Mavericks are making a ton of mistakes. They are getting forced into those errors.
Sanjay Lala reminding you that if the Mavericks can find 12 goals in this second half, this game will be a dress rehearsal for the third and fourth playoffs game coming up tomorrow at midday. And then we'll get a repeat of the game between the Alpiners and the Falcons, which we had earlier today. We'll get a repeat of that in the grand final tomorrow. Here's Edwards trying to get round Woods, who concedes the free hit right on the edge of the circle.
I mean, you wouldn't have minded today's match between the Alpiners, especially if you're an Alpiners supporter. But yeah, today's match between the Alpiners and Falcons,
it was a great match.
Would have made a good final. Last quarter, goalkeepers getting taken off, strokes being awarded, strokes being missed, ball flashing across goal with no goalkeeper in the cage, and with 20 seconds to go. So here we go.
Here's a great opportunity for the Tridents. There to stop was Leon Hayward. It's a long corner.
Yeah, and it was a little bit of play from Ulrich on the base. Just found himself in an unusual position for a right half, being right in by the goal there. Trying to look to get link up with a teammate across goal, but saw the opportunity to perhaps just try and put it over the shoulder of Leon Hayward, but it was the finish of a defender. It's probably the best thing we can say about that. Just didn't quite have the conviction behind it that it needed.
Lala to inbound this. Lum. In fact, that's O'Connor.
Told you, Glenn, they all do look the same in those uniforms.
Yes, they do, and two of them wearing headbands.
Yeah, they look like they could be at a karate competition, those guys. Yeah,
the only problem between O'Connor and Lum is that there's a severe difference in height. So my mistake, they don't really look alike at all. Here's Sarakaya. Plays it right into the path of Child, and you'd get him to trap at it most days every week, wouldn't you? And he missed it this time.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a very good eye, Simon Child. It was a difficult ball to trap because it was coming with some pace and a little bit off the ground.
But he's really disappointed with himself, isn't he? He was just been looking at him off shot there. He's whacking his stick against his leg. Frustrated. Fraser.
He does that all the time, though, Simon Child. So he does it when he's happy.
Yes, Sarakaya. Punchia. Daniel Punchia. Aaron Punchia on this right at the moment. Ball there from Woods to Sarakaya. Sarakaya taking it quickly, earns another free hit. That has fallen to Lala. And Ulrich looking to clear. In fact, it's Haid over there.
Yeah, I can tell you from half-time, being down near those team talks, that certainly not a case out here of the Mavericks. You know, realistically, no, they're not a shot of making the final, and it's not a case they're going through the motions here. They really were making noises like they're quite determined to try and perform much better and try and win this match.
Aaron Punchia.
You're starting to see them try and get a bit more rhythm into their play here.
Daniel Punchia. Woods. Woods to play it right in front. Oh, that's a great little ball, but there's Joyce getting a good connection on that one, didn't he? Nice win there by Woods. Nick Woods coming to the circle, getting tangled up. Free hit goes against the Tridents as Woods frees it across. This is Iswar. And couldn't find Fraser. In fact, it was Tim Neal who couldn't link up with Fraser. Neal coming back with the ball again.
He might have been able to get a shot away.
Yeah.
If he'd just got a slightly better first touch. Starting to look a bit more likely from the Mavericks as I say that as Sachun sort of harmlessly just passes it over the baseline, but they're just starting to look a little bit more likely. Just the connection's just missing in their front group at the moment. I mean, it's just such a far cry from the level that the Falcons are at. You see their level of understanding of each other and where they're moving to, which comes from the amount of games and the quality of the guys in that group that the Falcons have. But yeah, it's something that the Mavericks are just sorely lacking, really. You're just often just one step behind where they need to be.
Dutoy. Woods. Clash of bodies results in a free hit for the Mavericks.
Good skill by Tim Neal to get out of that.
Yeah, they were quite a tricky situation. There's Aiden Sarakaya again now. Keeney able to turn and give it back to Sarakaya, who's all not controlled that one.
Yeah, he does pretty well on that side of the pitch, Aiden Sarakaya. Like, I feel like I'm watching action replays a number of times. He picks the ball up around that. For us, where we're standing looking across to the changing room side in front of those vantage window signs. And he's just sort of often jinking his way down that sideline and causing problems.
Well, that pass has caused a few problems for the Tridents. Oh, no. Well, Mavericks giving it up pretty easily there. Ulrich able to come away. So scrappy third quarter so far.
Yeah, a couple of pretty ordinary minutes. I mean, if you turned up to this hockey turf for a Saturday afternoon, 2 or 3 months ago when the Hamilton Club comp was on, you'd be seeing that kind of stuff going on quite regularly. Often from myself. Sloppy.
Oh, well, there's always room for improvement, Lincoln.
There is. Yeah, it's harder to...
Yeah, find the perfect game, mate. Oh, there's Greentree with a bit of enthusiasm on Haid, and that's a pretty decent ball as Keeney reverses it in. Well, it wasn't glamorous, but that was power from Jonty Keeney.
Yeah, good finish, Jonty Keeney. I'm glad that happened because I was quite keen for a change of topic there. And brought that down beautifully, Jonty Keeney. And smacked it past Richard Joyce, and that's given the Mavericks a bit of an interest in this game.
2-1 the score now.
Yeah, this game needed that. Like it just...
it was drifting a little.
It was drifting.
Yeah, it was like we were out on the Hauraki Golf on a lovely summer's day with the spinnaker up, Lincoln, enjoying the sunshine and not much else.
Yeah.
Suka.
Just sort of casually floating around and up to nothing. I mean,
yeah.
In the Hauraki Golf there, I don't do a lot of fishing, but What I know from those that do fish is that a great place to go is to park your boat up next to the mussel farms.
Oh, of course. Here's Green Tree into the circle. He's lost it, though. Fraser has it. But that's not really fishing, if that happens.
That's exactly
doesn't
right.
take the challenge takes away, you know. You might as well go to the fish shop and buy some fish then,
exactly.
Yeah. Let's have a look at this.
A lot cheaper.
This goal again. Lovely ball there, wasn't it, from Haid and Keeney.
Yeah,
double-fisted backhand winner down the line that time, wasn't it? Yeah.
Pretty good finish.
Yeah. Here's Lala.
Yeah, there's not much Joyce could do about that. It was just the way it was hit. It was just a difficult height to stop.
Good work from Kim Kingston. Still has it. Green Tree. Back they come to Haid, and now Bennett. Suka. Pressured over there by Shazwa. And that's going to be Mavericks' ball.
Basking in the sunshine now.
Yeah.
10 minutes after we were.
Well, showers were forecast, and thankfully that's been the only one we've had today here at the hockey. Is now there's opportunities downfield again. Iswa getting busy again. Neil made a big run down the right, but didn't get the ball, and Fraser can call it down for Nick Woods. Daniel Punchia all the way to the corner. This is McIntyre. That's a good little steal there from Capizzi.
Yeah, it was always just a bit of a tough one for McIntyre to do much with. He was right in the corner of the field. But maybe Daniel Punchia himself was in a better position to try and put that ball into the circle before he passed it out, because he actually had a bit of room there. He could have walked that forward and got himself into... Obviously, when the more central you are, the better angle you have to access a pass in the circle.
Punchia.
He's feeding this one on Punchia, but that one's a bit easy for Hay to deal with.
And Green Tree can just clear it. Chasing
through.
through. Mortimer and Woods.
You could almost see the look on Woods' face there. I was thinking, I hope you don't run after this, because then I'm going to have to run as well.
Woods probably said to Mortimer on the way, why did you even bother, mate? It was always going to beat us.
Exactly.
Dutoy.
But yeah, he would have had to be a very brave man to just allow Mortimer to run without following him, just in case he did get it. He wouldn't mind the extra in Woods.
Yeah, he runs all day, eh?
He's a very, very fit man. He can run. He can run and run and run.
Sanjay Lala. Bennett right back on his own baseline. Ulrich. Simons. Just under 2 to play. Just the 1 goal in this quarter. And scored by John T. Keeney for the Mavericks. Both goals coming for the Tridents in the first half from penalty corners to Corey Bennett. So this game, the more it goes, of course, as Green Tree comes forward now into the circle. Connor Green Tree can reverse shot. It's still there. Bit of a scramble there, and it's going to be Aaron Punchia who clears it away really well too. He actually found a teammate upfield. A big tick to Punchia there. Now Keeney coming forward.
Good pick by
Lala
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting one there before from Connor Greentree, the sleeve magician. A good bit of skill, and he actually got the foot, so would have been a penalty corner, but Tim Bond playing advantage, and then once he then took a shot that's deemed to be advantage enough, so they sort of give up the penalty corner. But I wonder... All very hard to
Oh, that's brilliant.
He's just missed it.
That's Mortimer.
Mortimer just struggling to control that.
Great pass there from Lala and then Suka.
It was a difficult shooting opportunity for Greentree because he was on his reverse stick in an upright position. So you wonder if you could stop time and say, would you like to have the penalty corner or this goal shot? Maybe he would have said, actually, we'll take the corner with Corey Bennett on 2 from 2.
Woods tries to find Simon Child up the middle. Free hit against Simon Child. Just came up his leg in these last 20 seconds of the third quarter. Fraser will field this one. It's Greentree does really well.
Surely he was too close to it, but
yeah,
maybe not. Good recovery from Fraser.
And that will do it for the third quarter. 15 minutes to play, and it is the Northern Tridents who still lead. They've led all the way through this game, 2-1. Just the one goal in that quarter to John T. Keeney for the Mavericks.
Yeah, I think Cousins will be a little bit happier with that quarter from his Mavericks side.
That was a spectacular goal, wasn't it? Haid, brilliant vision from him. Rather, it was Haid, wasn't it? Cam Haid. To see Keeney upfield and then execute a perfectly lofted pass to him. Wonderful pass.
Yeah, it was a good ball, taken quickly. And John T. Keeney also getting himself quickly into a good position as well, because it just come from a turnover. So we have a look at the stats. So, yeah, the Mavericks dominating on the stats, but not on the scoreboard, as the Tridents still hold that 2-1 lead.
So this is the last pool game, and the Tridents looking to win their first game. That'll be their goal in these next 15 minutes. Get the job done and take at least a result into that third and fourth place playoff tomorrow against the same team.
Yeah, you would think so. So it's interesting to note, I haven't seen George Muir today.
Well, he did. He started.
He started, but obviously whether he's tweaked or whether they've just decided that it's not worth the risk. He's in the huddle there with his hoodie on and no shin pads in, so he won't be taking part in the rest of today's game. So hopefully he's there tomorrow, because he certainly does add an edge. I suppose, yeah, you're right. He did start, because otherwise, if they weren't going to play him, they may as well have chucked Sam Houston back in their lineup. No point.
Well, we caught his eye just then, George Muir, but he didn't really respond when I pointed at your hammy. He didn't say anything back. 2-1, score to the Tridents.
Thought you were signalling leg byes.
Yeah. So Simons on the ball here. There's Haid. Now for the Tridents. Just happy to knock it around at the moment. Hauraki just slipping on the turf there with Kingston. Ulrich, good control.
Great skill.
And now Steve Edwards. Looking for a runner inside the circle. Didn't get one as Woods comes away. Fraser to take it for the Mavericks.
Yeah, I think in keeping with the good discipline, I don't even think we've seen a green card in this match, have we? It's
nope.
been,
did we see one in the last game? Don't think we had one in the last game either.
Might not have.
No,
complete waste of time, the person who put out the naughty chairs today.
Exactly. Here's Haid. And now Lum. It's cut out by Daniel Punchia. But Lum has it back. Kingston to give away the free hit.
It'd be interesting. I've never seen the stats, but cards, if they are going to come, are far more likely to come in the last quarter of a match.
Here's Child coming in to field into the circle, looking for a penalty corner. Didn't get one. Got a long corner.
Simon Child felt like he should have had a penalty corner, as then is getting protests all over the show.
Simon Taylor looks like he might have missed something there. Child can't believe that call.
Yeah, they're pretty disappointed with that, the Mavericks. It was right in front of them too, but sometimes it can be a bit tough when the stick is near the shin pad and it like in the end, it wasn't a long corner or a penalty corner. It was, and sometimes that's what happens. The umpires are not quite sure what to do, so they kind of make up another possible decision. Well, actually, an impossible decision, which is a free hit outside the circle, because it was either a long corner or it was a short corner. There's no way it could have been a penalty outside the circle, but anyway.
It's controlled by Daniel Punchia. Back to his brother. Now right in front of goal. Here's Oliver McIntyre. McIntyre again. Now Marcus Child, who's deep in defence. Well, Mavericks trapped inside their own quarter. Still there. Someone built a wall across that 25-yard line. Sarakaya finally. Now plenty of space down the middle here for Iswar.
You find yourself thinking, why didn't they do that a bit earlier?
Iswar.
Like, it was pretty simple, wasn't it? Sarakaya just received the ball, got himself looking forward quickly, and then because there's very few Tridents in their own half, he's able to just push the ball quite simply up the middle of the pitch to a one-on-one situation. So we saw that earlier with the Falcons. The one downside of pressing aggressively is if the team can get the ball through you, then you are often quite outnumbered at the back. Good turnover here from Simon Child.
Yeah, Marcus Child as well. Can't get it back to Child though, and it's taken away by Haid, and now Kingston can free up Suka. Ball being turned over again a bit, and Lum races back for the Tridents. Between the legs there of Sarakaya. Ulrich can play it forward. Space here for Xavier Guy. Xavier Guy is a free hit against the Mavericks right on the edge of the circle as Guy flicks it in. It's right across the face of goal, and Mortimer was there, but it beat him.
Yeah, just about found a stick. Good little play from Xavier Guy there.
Well, that's rebounded off the stick of Simon Child. How did he do that? Sarakaya. Now to Wyndham Smith. Now chance for Marcus Child on this right hand side. He's got his brother very high up the field. Child doesn't use him for the meantime. Sarakaya. Well, now Simon Child was the target there.
Yeah.
Couldn't link up though.
Sadly for the Mavericks, it's really the story of the game, isn't it? They kind of look like something might come, and then just that connection just missing at the end of it.
Yeah.
Not able to find the target. The only time we saw it happen was from this exact position, from the same kind of play, an overhead. But that one coming up well short from Ollie McIntyre.
Now Kingston. No goals in this last quarter, just 2-1. The score remains.
Yeah, the way these two teams are going at the moment, a goal not looking that likely. Oh dear, see another error.
Aaron Punchia. Greentree to take it. The long corner. Guy is going to crash it in. It's rebounded off Dutoy's stick. Mortimer. Or is that Holbrook? It was Holbrook. And Sarakaya, the good meaty tackle there. One back though by Greentree.
Good pass by Greentree.
Wasn't it? Into the circle. Here's a chance. Saved by Hayward. Still there for the Tridents. Good work by Hayward and the Mavericks to clear that one. Wyndham Smith tried to go inside. Bennett almost did.
Open this up, surely.
Yeah, look at the space on the left here for Reece Gibbs. Good pass to Neild. Neild into the circle. Can he have a swing at the ball here? Penalty corner.
Yeah, well done. Good counter-attack from the Mavericks. That's a bit more like it. Did really well. They started right in their own goal line. Scrambled it out. Was able to outlet to Tim Neild, who found a good crossfield pass.
Wasn't it? It was good work by So this brings Nick Woods into the game again. Had an opportunity earlier in the match. Didn't get the connection on it that he was looking for. High standards he set for himself yesterday. Let's see if he can meet those again today. He's the target. Here he goes.
Well, he has got it in. It looks like Richard Joyce got lost. Oh, maybe it's come off the runner here because Joyce is not happy. So maybe it's come off the runner.
Let's have a look here on the replay. But Woods got a great connection this time. Oh, might have just gone on off Woods' right arm. Let's have a look here.
He's unhappy about something, so here it comes.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
So it's hit the runner.
Yep.
And, yeah, I mean, 100% that should be a free hit to the defence. So the rule basically being that if the ball strikes the first runner above the knee, it's deemed dangerous because the ball was put sort of too high too early. And it looked to me like that, unless it hit him on the shin pad, in which case that would be okay. It looked like it was a little bit high.
Well, our director, Chucky, reckons it hit the defender on the arm.
Yeah, so it definitely should have been called.
Well, video replays, of course, not being used for this tournament. Let's have a look at Holbrook here. Green Tree. Trident still working away. Now the Trident's a little unlucky. There's Xavier Guy working away over there, trying to create space for himself. Crashes it in. Not a bad effort from him in the end. McIntyre forced to clear it here for the Mavericks.
Yeah, it does all happen pretty fast for the umpires. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, tough one for Simon Taylor to pick up. It's really probably the job of the other umpire to spot that that's happened. Whether he was positioned well enough to do that or whether he was blocked a bit by the follow-through of Woods going through.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a great skill, top-class umpiring, refereeing. It's like the really best of the best have X-ray vision, Lincoln, don't they? They can see through bodies.
That's true.
But, no, in all seriousness, it's hard to see sometimes. When you're obscured, it makes it even tougher. So that's what the video referrals are for. So perhaps a little unlucky there, the Tridents, as we see Reece Gibbs pick up this ball with 5.5 to play. Keeney gets around Bennett, but Bennett recovering.
Mavericks done well enough to get themselves back into this match because certainly I have to say they deserve to be a couple behind in the first half performance.
It's nicely done by O'Connor. Lifted though into McIntyre.
Right call by Simon Taylor. It was lifted in, but it did hit him in the body, so you can't play on. It's a double infringement. So the Mavericks do need to. They can't be afforded advantage.
Nick Woods, who got that goal. Dutoy nicely controlled. Keeney right on the circle's edge, but it's gone off his stick. Bennett tries to find Ulrich. Leaves it for Holbrook. Good tackle from Cam Haid. And now Mitch Haid. His brother over to Simons. Bennett. Nice little body shift there, wasn't it? Corey Bennett. But good hustle on off the ball here from the Mavericks. 6 players surrounding Simons.
Yeah, Simons did well, just held his nerve, won the free hit. Oh, Ulrich.
Charles Ulrich couldn't control it.
Just sort of yorked himself a bit there. He needed to just get off the sideline a bit and receive it in a more comfortable position. Too slow to do that.
Tim kneeled on the ball. Here's Suchun. Good tackle from Bennett. What a cracking tackle.
No one ahead of him here. Found
Green Tree
in the end.
Green Tree shrugs off punch here. O'Connor was ahead of him, and there is a free hit for the Mavericks.
It looks like Toy's copped a nasty one there. Have you got the stick of Green Tree? So here. Oh no, is it his leg? I can't quite see what's happened there.
Got a whack in the hip, maybe. Well, 2-2 to score, 3:24 to play. Are we going to a shootout to decide the winner of this contest? Let's see if one of these teams can find a winner. Bennett, oh, gee whiz. Well, he has high standards. He'll be disappointed with that. Now, Child's beating the Orleans up here too.
Pass.
Wyndham Smith, if he can get it around to Sarakaya, this could be interesting. He's got it. Sarakaya saved by Joyce, but Sarakaya has given up possession.
Well, we got it to Sarakaya in the end, Wyndham Smith, but as you watch this replay, it should have probably gone earlier. It would have been much easier for Sarakaya had he picked that ball up at the top of the circle with a bit more time to line a shot up than in the end. He was right on Richard Joyce when he received the ball.
Getting another chance here, Sarakaya across the goal, it's in! Wow, what a cracking finish from Aidan Sarakaya. A cute angle, and he made no mistake. That's a brilliant finish.
Yeah, fantastic finish. He's got that in his locker, Sarakaya. He scored a goal once for the Black Sticks from a similar angle where he just, on that occasion, binned it in the roof. But he's got no angle to work with here, and I mean, perhaps for Richard Joyce, the thing that might have ruined him a little bit here was the outreach stick of the defender, which was straight in front of him. And you can see there Lala reaching in and Max Wyndham-Smith making a nuisance of himself. So all that distraction in front of Joyce might have been what made it hard, because normally that would be a bit of a routine save.
Oh, well, this is some comeback by the Mavericks. 2-0 down at half-time. Now they lead 3-2, and the poor old Tridents can't buy a trick at the moment. Now they have got to find an equaliser with 1:50 to play. They've pulled their keeper. So they're playing with 11 outfield players, and they don't have the ball as Simon Child races through here. Oh, a lovely little pass to Sarakaya again, and he can't repeat the dose from us. The exact same spot.
Same spot this time without a keeper in the goal.
Yeah. Well, 1:20 to go. Exciting finish to this game. Edwards leaves it for Xavier Guy. Edwards has it again. Steve Edwards brings Corey Bennett in. And that little stick from Keeney has done the trick. Iswa. Holbrook trying to win the ball, doesn't get it. Who's got that one? It's the Mavericks. Nick Woods with 40 seconds, won't be in any hurry at all. Panchia to his brother Daniel. Now Simon Child. Protecting the ball beautifully there, and Reece Gibbs.
Well done, Simon Child, just drilling it down into the corner, putting it in a spot where it's very tough for the Tridents to
they've got out of it.
Goal from.
And Xavier Guy is going to go high and long. Really no other option. With 10 seconds to go, they've got to get a shot away here. The Tridents, they're into the circle. Can they get a penalty corner? The very least, it's still there. And it couldn't find a stick with 1 second on the clock. 1 second.
Yeah, and there was just enough time for a controversial moment. I don't know how Simon Child managed not to kick this. I mean, he has done everything but kick that, and it's come across, and then it's this play here. Marcus Child, yeah, I think you can't. He's pointing to where he was trying to make the ball go. I was trying to put it out the sideline, sir. I mean, he did well to come back here, Simon Child, because Marcus Child, because if he hadn't, it would have been a tap-in for Richmond Lum, Robbie Capizzi, or Kieran O'Connor, whichever one of the three karate brothers was there.
Okay, here's going to put you on the spot here. Bennett's had 2 penalty corners successes in this contest. What do you reckon?
He's not going to score it.
Oh.
They're going to run a good line. They're going to force him to flick to Leon Hayward's stick side, and he's going to be waiting for it.
Here we go. It's Bennett. Here goes Bennett. And it is deflected away. And that is going to do it. And the Mavericks hold on for the win. And the rotten luck continues for the Tridents.
Got it half right. They ran a good line and managed to block the flick.
Well, there is the result. Mavericks have done superbly well to come back from 2-0 down at halftime to win it 3-2. Great effort from them. Keeney, Woods and Hauraki are getting the goals in the second half. 2 goals to Corey Bennett from penalty corners in the first half. So winless Tridents have been in this competition. This result confirms the makeup of tomorrow's matches now. It'll be a repeat of this game for the 3rd and 4th place playoff match, and the final will be between the Falcons and the Alpiners. We'll be back to wrap up this game in just a moment.
A new home is one of life's great adventures. Sentinel will help you enjoy the journey. Sentinel Homes. Design, build, enjoy.
Introducing the new Ford Escape ST Line X. Packed with the latest features so you can get moving, do more, and go further. Now available with the Ford Assured Future Value Finance offer. Simply pick your payment plan and at the end of the term, choose if you want to keep your Ford Escape, return your Ford Escape, or upgrade to a new Ford. Easy. Ford. Bring on tomorrow.
Well, there we are, another exciting game of hockey. We had 3-2 scorelines today, with the Mavericks coming down from 3-2 to win this game, or from 2-0 down to win this game, 3-2. A great effort from them. That means they've finished this competition with 14 points, and in the end the stats were pretty even, although the Mavericks did have better shots on goal, way more shots on goal as it turned out, even though they only just got there with a Hauraki winner.
Okay.
With 2 to play. So we're standing by for our after-match interviews now, with these two teams back in action against each other tomorrow for 3rd and 4th place, and the red-hot Alpiners to play the Central Falcons in the final. So let's confirm them. At midday tomorrow, the Mavericks and the Tridents. Mavericks finishing 3rd on goal difference, the Tridents finishing in 4th place. And then at 2 o'clock, it's the grand final between the Falcons and the Alpiners. And interestingly, the Falcons unbeaten in the first round, winning 3 out of 3. And the Alpiners, 3 wins from 3 games in the second round. So, really nicely set up match as we confirm those final standings, with the Falcons finishing on top, the Alpiners second, but the big goal difference to their favour over the Mavericks, who finished in 3rd place. All right, let's get down to Lincoln now, and I think he's got the injured captain of the Tridents with him, George Muir.
Well, George Muir, a tough game of 2 halves. It was 2-0 while you were on the pitch.
Yeah, definitely a game of two halves, mate. Pretty gutted. I thought the boys came out firing today. There's no such thing as a dead rubber for us in this kind of tournament. So we really wanted to put a good performance out there. Started well. I think maybe let ourselves down with a few counter-attacks in the second half. We weren't defensively sound enough. But, really happy with the start, and we'll build in tomorrow, have the Mavericks again, look to beat them in the full 60, I guess.
And so, obviously today it would have been pleasing to get Corey Bennett getting a few flicks away.
Yeah. I mean, it's been something we try to get. We try to get corners, keep Corey happy is the motto we go for, and to have him bin a few today was good. So especially going into tomorrow, a bit of confidence, feed that ego. Yeah,
all the best. And if your day couldn't get any worse, it sounds like you've been drawn out of the hat for the bingo drug testing. So good luck with that. Hopefully that shows a clear result, and you'll be clear for tomorrow's match.
Yep, thanks, mate. Been hydrated in the second half, so we'll be good to go.
George Muir is a character. All right, let's go back to Lincoln, who's got Aaron Punchia with him now.
Brings us to Aaron Punchia, successful captain for the Mavericks. So good second half performance from the boys.
Yeah, good turnaround after a not so good first half. But it was a tough game for us today. Obviously saw the game before us, and we knew we had to score a lot of goals. So Tridents had nothing to lose and came out pretty hot in that first half, and we had to pick up the slack in the second.
Yeah, and so obviously what were the key focuses in the second half, which are things you'll look to carry into tomorrow's bronze medal match?
Mainly just play with good structure. If we keep width and height in our game and outlet the ball with a bit of purpose, we're able to get some good results. But when we didn't, when we padded it around a wee bit, we were too predictable. So get another crack tomorrow and we'll be better.
Yeah, a little nervy moment at the end there with the penalty corner right on time. You think Marcus was trying to put that over the sideline?
I don't know if you heard my words to the umpire, but probably not. But look, we put them in that situation, and it's good practice for tomorrow because their corners come in these crucial times, and we're happy to close it out.
All the best for tomorrow.
Aaron Punchia there. So there we are. That's it today from the Gallagher Hockey Centre. Good wins for the Alpiners and the Mavericks today. The Alpiners winning 3-2 and the Mavericks winning 3-2. So confirming those games tomorrow. At midday, it's third and fourth place playoff between the Mavericks and the Tridents. So a repeat of today's clash. And it's a repeat of today's clash in the grand final. This should be a ripping match between the Falcons and the Alpiners. That starts at 2 o'clock. We hope you can join us then.
The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League is proudly brought to you by Hockey New Zealand in association with Sentinel Homes, Vantage Windows and Doors, Computer Concepts Limited, Sky Sport, your home for hockey, and Sport New Zealand. The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, live